Good morning everybody and welcome to a game between Next Gen Vietnam and Mski-X for ESL ONE Manila 2016. Yeah, nobody really casted this game. So I thought, why not me? I actually wanted to do a different game from the ESL ONE Manila 2016, but it wouldn't let me. Because it wouldn't let me. Because I couldn't download any of the replays, right? So, we're just gonna do it like this. And that's kind of the plan for today. Anyway, let's go and take a look at this game, shall we? So, what do we have? We have a Nature's Prophet and an Earth Spirit for Mski-X and a Lion and a Faceless Void for Next Gen Vietnam. As per bans, Invoker ban, nothing crazy there. OD, Enchantress, Vengeful Spirits, Zeus, Death Prophet, and the Chen. The only heroes that I think maybe stick out a tiny bit would be like the Zeus and the Vengeful, but even there, those are just really good heroes, right? You don't want to mess with those, so you just get rid of them, right? Pretty easy, pretty simple. Klings being banned out right here. So that to me hints at Mski-X having something in mind. Right, there's probably some sort of strategy going on. They likely want to pick a hero that doesn't have good mobility. For example, an Ursa, right? Like somebody that has trouble dealing with the Klings. Something else that would maybe fall into that category would be like some squishy carry, right? Or maybe an Ember Spirit, somebody that doesn't really deal well with being silenced up by an Orchid from the Klings. And also can't really tank all of that physical damage. So something along those lines, I wouldn't be too surprised if that's why they ban out the Klings right here, right? But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, Mski-X's turn to pick after we see the Phoenix come out from Next Gen Vietnam. Always like seeing Phoenix. It's going to be interesting to see how they lane this, right? The Phoenix is generally considered to be an offlaner. Though, wait, actually no, I think I've seen him as a support quite frequently as well. Gotta admit, right now, let me go and just say this. I haven't had an opportunity to watch a lot of competitive Dota recently, because how?
5 seconds.
When? Right, like how exactly? So, I am a little out of the loop. I'm trying to get back into it, alright? I'm doing my best. But in case there is something like, to me, Phoenix is still an offlaner, right? But if Phoenix these days is played as a support, then, I guess, I'm sorry. Alright, although I can definitely see him being played as a support. The reason why I bring up Phoenix being an offlaner is because Faceless Void, in my head, is very clearly an offlaner, right? So you could have a dual lane there, but we'll see. Right, we'll see. Anyway, we're gonna have the... let me go and actually speed this up. I'm sorry. Yeah, there we go. Let's go and speed this up a little bit. We don't need to wait for Mski-X to pick the Ursa. There we go. So again, I think Ursa kind of like Klings ban, right? Klings kind of deals well with an Ursa just because he's very quick, right? Like the Ursa jumps you push E, you run away. Ursa doesn't really have much to deal with that. The slow isn't strong enough when you only want to have a bash or anything of the sort. So, that might be why they banned out the Klings. Right. Ursa, by the way, really good against Phoenix. Also very good against Faceless Void. Faceless Void is in the offlane. Is not going to be able to go up against an Ursa. So an advantage Mski has is they can basically have the Ursa solo lane against the Faceless Void, freeing up the supports to freely roam around the map and help out wherever they are needed, right? Or just go ahead and stack up the camps. So once the Ursa feels like it, he can really become big and fat. You see the Gyro coming out from Next Gen Vietnam, so that's probably going to be their safe lane carry. Gyrocopter I think performs exceptionally well against Ursa, because he has massive slow from the ultimate, right? It's really that simple. The massive BKB piercing slow from the cooldown is just such a big problem for the bear that, you know, it's an issue, right? It's just an issue, it's just a problem. So we'll see how that works out. Puck banned out from Mski. So Vietnam, of course, looking for mid here, I think. I don't really see any of the other heroes going into the mid. I mean, Phoenix could. Maybe. Or maybe Phoenix could, maybe Gyrocopter could, maybe Lion could, I don't know. But there's probably going to be a proper mid coming out from Next Gen Vietnam. Wind Ranger picked out. Banned out, so Mski also looking at a mid hero. Powerful heroes are still left in the pool though, right? We have the 3 big Actually, kind of like 4 big mini-heroes banned out. Zeus, Invoker, OD, and the Death Prophet. Of course, then also Puck in the Wind Ranger. So actually quite a bit of mints gone. Batrider gonna be picked up by Mineski, and the Meepo coming out by Next Gen Vietnam. So we'll see how that works out. Meepo is always an interesting fella, right? I'm not convinced that Meepo performs incredibly well against Ursa. Now he does have the ability to lock him down, right? But Ursa's very good at killing a single target, and that is very powerful against Meepo, right? So Meepo's clones are susceptible to being eaten alive, which might end up being a problem. However, the constant lockdown from the nets is gonna be an issue for Ursa. Also, Meepo not necessarily the greatest Batrider target, so that's a positive. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. Lots of big AoE spells from Next Gen Vietnam now. From the line, we have the stun. Right, faces void with the Chronosphere, Phoenix, Gyrocopter, Meepo, right? Big, scary AoE damage, strong teamfight potential. You gotta be careful if you're Mski-X here. You gotta be very careful that you don't accidentally mess up for 1 second and lose your entire team and then consequently lose the game.
Everybody gets set.
On the other side, a little bit more of a traditional lineup, I think, with the one big strong carry. They have their offlaner, right? Like, they have a nice mixture of things, right? While Next Gen Esports, they really are like, okay, you know what? We're gonna team fight you. We're gonna force things. We're gonna be this giant, nasty death ball once we have our Meepo online, once we have the Gyrocopter online. And the cool thing about Gyrocopter, of course, Gyrocopter doesn't need a lot to, come online. Gyrocopter is a very cheap carry, so to say. So, yeah, that's gonna be pretty nice. Anyway, we're gonna have Tengu playing the Gyrocopter right here, Dr. Pushin on the line, Different Heaven. I actually like the name, Different Heaven on Meepo. We've got Magical on the Phoenix, and last but not least, that Bebong. That I don't know how to say any of those. That Bebong. On the Faces Void. On the other side, we've got Extinct playing the Witch Doctor Jacko on the Batrider. C, I think I'll just call him C on the Ursa. X-Nova playing the Earth Spirit, and Winter on the Nature's Prophet. I wonder if that's actually the same Winter that usually is on the panels. I wouldn't be too surprised, honestly. Interesting item choice. That is a little weird, gotta admit. I wonder what that's about. Just has the treants run in right now. I'm probably gonna pull the creep wave. Yeah, so the idea here is you pull the creep wave, right? And you just keep it in the back. Right? You don't actually kill it. No. You don't pull it into anything either. You don't pull it into creeps or anything like that. You just keep them in the back. And then you pull them past, or, just keep them busy, I guess. Or then you pull them past your own creep wave and pull them into the lane. Now, the upside of that is that these creeps will then walk into the tower and just fucking die, right? Oh, Tengu actually gonna be called out already. He took too much damage from the creeps. Man, he's taking quite a bit of pressure already, but it's too early. He's not gonna lose his life just yet. But you can see this huge creep wave that's now, that's now pushing down the bottom lane for the Radiant. That creep wave is all free farm for Winter, right? Actually, it's gonna be stunned up, right? But that doesn't really matter, right? You can see this creep wave is pushing, right? And it's pushing hard. I've got a bit of a fight in the mid lane. Oh, look at that Meepo. 5 stacks already. That's nasty. You might actually want to pay attention right here. I feel like the Meepo... Well, actually, no. You can't just blink away. Oh! He could have gotten killed right there. That's scary. That is very, very scary. I feel like if Jacko had known that the poof wasn't... Actually, no. I wonder why I didn't go for that, actually. That's a little weird. Anyhow. You can see how this creep wave, like this effect from that one big push is, or like from that one big pull, is still going on. Right? So Winter is now looking at a solid level 2. Right? Definitely doing much better than he would be doing without that. X-Nova gonna be burned up a little. Just a tiny bit of magical Phoenix fire, but nothing too scary. And we have the second Meepo coming out from different heaven. So he's gonna be able to regenerate a lot, you know, move back in out of the jungle, stay in the mid lane, farm up the... He does have an Iron Talon, which I think is really, really interesting. So I imagine that he's probably going to use the main Meepo of the Talon to go into the jungle after he picks up, you know, maybe a few more levels, a little bit more farm. Right now, he is getting pressured by the sticky napalm now, and that is so scary, right? Like, because if you don't pay attention with that for just 1 second, you die. You're just dead, right? You just die. Especially with the Earth Spirit roaming around, and you know the Earth Spirit is roaming around, because that's all the Earth Spirits ever do, okay? Earth Spirits are assholes. That's all they do. They just roam around all the time. And oh, the poof! Oh, the poof! He screws up, but the net is gonna keep him there, stunned up, however, by the Earth Spirit, and different heaven gonna be caught out. He's taking so much damage to poof forward, but it's not enough. Jackal taking the first blood with a bit of help coming in from X Nova, and Mski take the first kill on the board. In the meantime, up at the top, we got C just farming up on the Ursa. He's just chilling here, right? Nothing too scary. Again, this is one of the issues. I feel like NG, Next Gen... What are they called? Next Gen something. Next Gen Esports. What they... one of the issues they have, right? Next Gen Vietnam is the name. Sorry. One of the issues they have is that the Faceless Boy just cannot lane this. Right? The Nature's Prophet can, because he's a Nature's Prophet. He's gonna be fine. Right, this hero is going to be able to just stay down here, farm up, he's going to be okay. However, this guy needs to jungle. He just has to. He has no other choice, right? Against the Ursa, he's just going to get overwhelmed in lane. The Ursa doesn't respect him. The Ursa has no reason to respect him because the Ursa will just kill him. So that's why he's got his Iron Talon, he's got his Stout Shield. Imagine he's got some more tangos incoming. Yep. He's just going to sit in the jungle and farm up as much as he can. And that's his entire plan. And that's just a little, you know, little worrying. In the meantime, Winter gonna be burst down at the bottom. So, you know, that's not gonna happen to the Faceless Void. Faceless Void is not gonna die, per se, but his farm overall is still gonna be a little lackluster. All the while, Ursa just gets complete free farm. Actually, I love this. I think this is so cool for Mski. I love this so much. So they know the top lane is free, right? Because the Faceless Void not gonna go there. Unless something like this happens, which really shouldn't happen. But Faceless Void not gonna go there because he's just gonna die. He can't fight the Ursa, right? So what they decided to do is, okay, you know what? If the Faceless Void comes in, we'll put the Ursa here. If he doesn't, we just have the Ursa jungle because he can absolutely do that. Right? He's gonna be perfectly fine with just jungling up a bit. We got his Iron... No, Star Shield. Okay, no time. But a Smoke and a Healing Salve. So he's probably looking for level 6 soon. But we're gonna have him jungle, right? We're just gonna make it a little ambiguous when he's gonna go for Roshan, right? But not only are we gonna have him jungle, but we also will have the Witch Doctor farm up the top lane, which means that our supports are gonna be a bit more powerful than they would be otherwise. And if you know one thing about me, you know that I love having strong supports. I think strong supports are one of the most valuable things you could ever have on your team. Right? Strong supports win games, and the Witch Doctor especially. Witch Doctor is just really powerful. Right, if he has some money. So we'll see how that works out. Ursa currently just looking for that level 6. There we go. At level 6 you can definitely take Roshan. He has everything he needs. He has a Stout Shield. He has a Morbid Mask, right? Even some lifesteal. It seems he wants to have level 7 maybe? Oh, that's I guess, you know, taking it slow, but magical. Yep, he's already checking for Roshan. He's gonna get beaten up just a little bit right there. But yeah, again, this makes it a little ambiguous because the Ursa is just missing, right? I wonder if they see him. No, they don't see the Ursa, right? Especially if the ward just running out. So the Ursa's just missing. So he might be doing Roshan, or he might be farming the jungle, right? He's just farming the jungle, but the constant pressure of Ursa possibly doing Roshan just is worrying, right? So it's like, this is like a mind game, while also just farming. Does that make sense? I don't know, I think it's really interesting. Meantime, Meepo, mostly spending his time in the jungle. He's got his Boots of Travel. Boots of Travel? Oh, that's interesting. Just going straight for the Boots of Travel, okay. Mid lane giving up to the Lion. Yeah, it's hard to go up against a Batrider, but a Batrider currently sitting at level 7. He's farming pretty well. But, Meepo, holy shit, man. This guy's got a lot of money. Level 8? Holy crap, okay. He's got a lot of last hits. I mean, he's died once, so that's why his net worth is lower than the Batrider's, but that's still crazy. Oh, see. Oh, the bashes. Bashes, okay. Alright. We'll have one of those little treants come in for a little while and help him tank up. Sorry. Pink's coming out. And C is just sitting here. Gets scouted out by Magical. Oh, Magical is so low in terms of HP. Oh man, Ursa, he does have an ultimate ready. He doesn't want to drop this. He does not want to drop the 23 Fury Swipes. So he's gonna activate the ultimate, as or just Fury Swipes? Yeah, no. Oh no, he gets bashed up at the last second. He picks up the edges anyway. The cooldown coming out. C is slowed down. He can't really do much, but the Batrider is incoming. Stun on just some illusion. X-Nova trying to do his best to keep them in place. In the meantime, the Witch Doctor ultimate snipes down the Meepo. Phoenix already taken down. Dr. Pushin trying to run away, and he should be fine. Tengu is on the retreat, and that's gonna be the end of that. But Mineski coming out big time in this one. They get Roshan, they get a bunch of kills. Important kills at that. They take down the Meepo. And they're likely gonna be able to transition that into a push if they want to. Apply some pressure at the bottom lane. Why not? That was nice. That was nice. That was really, really scary though. The Ursa god almost got cheated out of that Roshan. that was some unfortunate dashes right there, man. But yeah, they get it. That Bebong gonna be caught out right here. The stun. Oh, sadly does not connect. They do have the Flaming Lasso. Also a Blink Dagger complete on Jacko now. Bottom tower taking a lot of damage. However, we have next gen Vietnam incoming. Do they have a smoke? Nothing. They're just gonna walk in. They do have cooldown ready though. Phoenix. Oh, they get the 2-man chrono. But the cooldown only hits X-Nova. The Earth Spirit will fall. But that's about it. Ursa now on the run. He's slowed down too hard by the cooldown, and Jacko is also just gonna be able to retreat. So in the end, all they get is a kill on the support. I mean, it's a kill, right? So we'll take it, but could have been a little better. I like this, by the way, different heaven. He is in the safest place on the map. Because who the hell is gonna expect the Meepo to be in the enemy jungle? That's just not a fit. And this is one of the upsides of the TP boots, right? He's very mobile. Very, very mobile. He can be anywhere on the map at any point. Because you just TP into the creep bag. Right? Oh, Winter! And then there we go with the boost. Yup, that's a kill. No, it's not! No, it's not! Oh, that was so close. That was so close. So, Earthbind. Earthbind. Earthbind prevents invisibility, blink, and interrupts channeling. However, this is actually not true. Earthbind does not interrupt channeling if Earthbind is already applied to the target. In the meantime, at the bottom, we got a little bit of a fight and we missed all of it. I'm sorry, I was nerding out over the Meepo. Let's go and scroll back and take a look at this. We got a smoke coming in from next gen. They take, actually no, from Mineski. They take out Tengu right away. The cooldown, however, drops. Dr. Pushin taking a lot of pressure here. X-Nova jumps in. Winter now also at the bottom lane. They take the Phoenix, they take the line, and that's gonna be a nice fight right there. Mineski get 3 kills. They only lose the Witch Doctor. Now, as I was saying, right? Meepo has an interesting property. As in, the Earthbind only interrupts channel if they are not already Earthbound. So what the Meepo would have had to do right there is, right, wait for the Earthbind on the Nature's Prophet to end, and then cast it again, right? Then it would have interrupted the TP, but because it was already applied to him, right, it didn't. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that just odd? Anyway, we're gonna see an Aghanim's come out from the Meepo right away. TP boots. What's it called? Iron Talon and Aghanims. Probably into a Blink Dagger afterwards. Something of the sort. See, in the meantime, she's still farming up. I wonder what the Ursa's gonna go for. These days, Ursas really like Mask of Madness and Aghanims. I like Mask of Madness and Aghanims. I think Mask of Madness into a BKB is probably the better choice here. I really like Mask of Madness into BKB, however. Right? Mask of Madness just for the farming, and then BKB just right, for being nasty. Blink Daggers also always needed on Ursa though, right? I mean, that's always one of those that's one of those issues this hero just has, right? You can't really work your way around a Blink Dagger. Doesn't work. Yeah, no matter how hard you try, you will always have to buy a Blink Dagger on Ursa. So, oh, but anyway, Winter gonna be caught out at the top. Cooldown, the stuns, everything, different heaven even coming in. Ah, they just murder him. Poor old Winter. Well, he didn't see that one coming.
Top tower's getting beat down.
Smoke from Extinct. Mski looking for something. Put down the ward. Put down another ward up there. Oh, they see this area for sure. Bad Trader jumps in, he gets magical, but he gets stunned up immediately. Witch Doctor drops the ultimate. Holy crap. They just get murdered right there. Faces one nice chrono on 3 heroes, but the cooldown just isn't ready. Ursa's now gonna go in on Tango. I wonder if he can do this. Oh, the Rocket Barrage dealing a lot of damage. Juking around the tower, but it's not going to be enough. Ursa gets the kill. Gets killed. However, Tango is still gonna be going down right here. Winter trying to keep himself alive. He tries to TP out. It's not going to happen. Ursa, however, chops down the Meepo. And now it's that Bebong on the run.
Top tower's in bad shape.
Faces Void, being one of the few survivors of that fight. That Pusheen coming back in. Magical drops the Phoenix ultimate. Ursa now we're still running. He's very fast, but I wonder if it's enough. There's actually double damage there. That one. Oh, just go for it. He's gonna turn around. He's gonna go for it. Fingered. That sucks. That sucks. I like that though. I thought that was a very smart decision. So I don't think he could have gotten away. Yeah, right there. Well, fast, not that fast. Oh, actually pushing. Nice Hex. This guy is really fast. Good reflexes. But they missed the Maledict now. Extinct taking a lot of damage here. Meepo coming in. He has his Meepos in the back somewhere. It's only Prime currently. Does he have to finish items? No, not quite. He's getting close though. I'm probably worse at casting now than I was before I left. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. I just want to get back into it, right? I actually want to start casting tournaments now. Like, really, like, do it on stream and stuff like that. Yeah. But, anyway. Gonna have to wait just a tiny bit more and then we go for it. But, yeah. Anyhow. As I was saying. James is an ass. Sorry, I just had to say it. I just think it's funny. I don't even think James is an ass. It just reminded me because I was saying ass. Okay, let's just move on. I feel like we're not in a good place right now. See, by the way, now has his Blink Dagger. Finally, it's about time. It's about time. It's a very good item. Very good item. Oh. Winter! Oh my god, that is the most unfortunate TP in. He's taking a lot of damage. The cooldown's coming out. It's going to connect. Tengu gonna be pulled in now and sees dealing so much damage. Gyrocopter will fall. Nice faces one Chronosphere again. Catches 2 people and zones out the rest, but it's just that Bebong. It's nobody else. He's gonna be caught out as well. And the faces void. One more hit from the Ursa. He gets chopped up. Mineski doing really well right now. Meepo, just chilling. Jay chilling. Getting pretty close to his Aghanims. I wonder when he's gonna start being more active, right? Like, currently Mineski's just overwhelming next gen Vietnam. Right? They're just going in on them, and that's the strength of an Ursa, right? Like, that's just that hero. That he get him strong early, and then you just eat people. And it's like, holy shit, what do we do against this hero? It's just too much to handle, right? It is very difficult. The Mask of Madness is not complete on him as well. And actually, they find different heaven. He bought his Aghanims, but he's still caught out. In the meantime, in the background, the cooldown coming out. C, gonna be taking a lot of damage. He managed to get off his ultimate beforehand. And got a net coming out. Tengu, eaten up. C gets that kill. It's on a killing spree in the meantime. Different heaven. Murdering Winter in the background. Meepo's still looking for more.
And we're back.
Blink in from Jacko, he pulls him out. C's coming in, he wants to eat him up, but he's taking so much damage. The Phoenix burns him down. X-Nova gonna be roasted as well. Jacko now on the run, the finger. Oh my god! He activates his Firefly. The Fairy Fire also gonna keep him alive. Lots of fiery stuff going on right now. However, Jacko will end up being fine. Crazy fight right there. But that definitely worked out in favor of of next gen Vietnam, and coming back into it. The difference really wasn't that big, right? It was just like the fights all seemed very one-sided, but great turnaround. I mean, Mski, they now need to worry, right? Because Meepo is gonna be scary here, and Meepo is like just one of those heroes where he gets scary, and then he's just nasty. Like, what do you do? Like, you just can't deal with him, right? Like, that's just a problem. You're just like, okay, they have this Meepo now. What's our plan, right? Like, okay, the plan is to kill the Meepo, but that's really not that easy because he deals like infinite damage, and you could see in that fight already just the team fight potential coming out from next gen, right? It's so much spread damage. Heroes that weren't the target just died because they just couldn't tank all of that damage. I'm really hoping C grabs himself a BKB soon. They have a smoke coming out now. Mineski is really looking for something here. Tengu gonna be caught. Jacko pulls him out immediately, and he's gonna be eaten up by C. That's one kill. That Bebong looking for something, doesn't get a crown or gets stunned up immediately. The Phoenix Sun is gonna be dropped, and it seems like Mineski is gonna choose to just fall back from this. They don't want to overcommit to anything. Oh, X-Nova jumps in deep. Pushin stuns him up, however, and it seems that's really actually the end this time around. Yeah. I would like to believe, yeah, okay, different heaven with his blink dagger. He's just everywhere, right? It's just insane. Like, look at that movement. Look at that movement. It's just so much mobility. So much mobility. Now, one of the problems I feel next gen really has is the gyrocopter not having jack shit. This guy's level 9. He's got less net worth than a FSS Baumi. It's just not really good. Oh, the chrono! On 3 heroes! The gyrocopter with the cooldown! They got everything! They got everybody! Pushin is gonna be falling. However, Extinct also caught out. That's 4 down. With the edges, we have C coming back, but he's just gonna be locked down yet again. He's trying to fight it up with different heaven, but he just needs to micro it a tiny little bit and get himself out of there. Blinks up on the cliff. Not gonna be enough, of course, to connect with Extinct. However, the Phoenix Sunray is enough. It's gonna be able to... Oh, no, actually, not quite. Witch Dog trying to run. There is no word where that is going to happen. You know how they're like infinite universe and anything can happen? There's no universe where he gets away right there. It just doesn't happen, right? Bottom tower is gonna fall, and again, the team fight potential, right? That Bebong comes in with the giant chronosphere, catching 3 heroes. Not only 3 heroes, but right on top of each other. Right on top of each other. The Phoenix coming in with the Sunray, dealing infinite damage because the ability is ridiculous. And Mski just couldn't attack it. Mski just could not attack it. And once the Faceless Void actually gets to a point where he does have, a blink dagger, it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse for Mski. I'm actually genuinely worried for them. And it's just, Meepo's net worth is so far ahead of everybody else. Meepo does have twice the net worth of the Ursa. Right, that's the problem. Ursa hasn't been farming. He just hasn't. Right? Meepo has been. That is the only thing that Meepo has been doing this entire game. And that is and you can tell, right? Ursa just doesn't have anything. He didn't even go for a farming build. Right? He just didn't have farming items. You want to go for a farming build with Ursa, you get yourself the Mski-X right away. Right? Because it helps you farm so quickly. But no. He just stuck up with the blink dagger and just been looking to fight. 69 lasted to 21 minutes. That's scrub Dota, man. That is scrub Dota, right? And I'm not saying that C is bad. I'm just saying his focus, the focus of this whole thing has just not been farming. Well, the Meepos has. The Meepo tripling his last hits, right? That is an issue. That is a real issue. And it's just gonna keep going because Meepo farms faster than anyone else in this game. It's just not even a comparison. Right? Picking up a diffusal blade now, I wonder what that's about. Interesting item choice. Personally, of course, I don't really play Meepo, so... I wonder why. I mean, give some decent stats. Suppose that's a starting point? Maybe? We'll see.
Top tower's getting beat down.
Smoke from NG. However it is. Nothing going on at the top lane, right? It's not like Mineski's actually around. Mineski is pretty far away from that. Top tower taking a lot of damage here.
Oh, good.
Maybe actually not that much, seeing as next gen is not looking to commit to the C now comes in. Working on Bastion, maybe? Oh my god, they get the Ursa. It's just the Ursa, but that's a really valuable kill. They get him. No, not quite, not quite. It's gonna be stunned up, however. The Mski-X, it's gonna hit. Oh my god, it hits 5! It hits 5. Different Heaven is now coming in. He chops up Winter. Extinct gonna be burned into the ground. Batrider taken on. The only one that's alive now is X-Nova. The slows, however. Oh, he's trying to turn it around. He's actually gonna be able to take down the Faceless One. But, holy hell. The big team fight yet again, right? It's just, you don't just have one team fight ability to dodge. You have like 4, right? Like, it's like, how do you deal with that? What do you do? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't seem like Mski knows either. Now, again, I still think the Ursa absolutely needs a BKB. Right? The BKB is going to allow him to deal with Gyrocopter's damage, Phoenix damage, Lion's damage, Meepo's damage. Right? And Faceless Void doesn't deal damage. Now, it doesn't really deal with a few of the disables, right? It doesn't deal with the Mski-X stun. It doesn't really deal with the Faceless Void Chronosphere. It doesn't deal with the slow from the cooldown. However, it deals with everything else. There's just so much. Oh, Winter chopped down yet again. Yep. They're just cutting lumber here. But, you know, like, it just deals with everything else. And you're just gonna have to put up with those things, right? Like, and it doesn't matter if you have BKB or not, you have to put up with those things anyway. So just fucking get a BKB to deal with everything else, because there's so much being thrown at you. Right? This is just not an Ursa game where you can skip a BKB. But he is, and I'm really worried about that. And we'll see him getting locked down during team fights. He's just gonna get locked down. He just won't be able to do anything. And that sucks, man. That just sucks. Like, what do you do? What do you do? Tango slowly pushing down the mid. As a Faceless One, I have a Blink Dagger. Yeah. Phoenix picking up a Shiva's Guard, I believe. At the bottom, Meepo. Actually, wait, what? I feel like I missed something really important. Okay. So we have different Heaven just being greedy, I assume. Going into the lane. Oh, and Jacko, he wants this one. Yep, they grab a Meepo and they just heal him. Yup, they get a Meepo. Look at how much damage they took though. Look at how much damage the entire team took just to kill one Meepo. Wow. Well, they got a lot of money out of that. That one kill was holy fuck. You gotta be kidding me! That one kill is like a 5,000 gold swing. You can't be serious about that. That is actually insane. Yeah, hero level, look at that, level 22. Meepo that was faster than any other hero. In case you don't know this, but each individual Meepo gains full experience. Right? So you get, you know, if you have 5 Meepos in a fight and 4 heroes, like 4 other heroes, then Meepo gets over half of the entire experience of the entire fight, as opposed to the usual share of a 5th. That's why it's level 22. Man, I still can't believe. Well, it doesn't seem to reflect yet. Huh. Well, I don't know if this has updated the Meepo kill yet. Probably not. I don't know. I wonder what this is about. Right? I mean, I would assume Basher. But it could be anything. BKB now coming out from the Gyrocopter. There's a lot of items being completed on NG. Right, we have the Lion with a Blink Dagger. We have the Phoenix with an Evolence, and didn't he have a Shiva? Oh, I must have I must have confused that with the Evolence. Yeah, Shiva's Guard would have been a lot of money. I was actually very surprised. That would be like his whole net worth. No, he has an Evolence. Blink Dagger, of course, Vladimir's. BKB on the Gyro, so he's starting to catch up a little. How was I? Doesn't really have that much, right? Winter with Blade Mail, Mecha, the Ursa, Basher. Okay. Oh, nice. I like that, actually. I think the weight of this code is really nice for the Earth Spirit. Bad Rider. Well, he's got the things he needs, honestly, and Witch Doctor invisibility. Holy hell. Relax. That's gonna be terrifying. Oh my god, Winter! Not again. Not like this, man. Not like this. Oh! That's just rude. That's just rude now. Okay. Well, there goes the mid tower. We now have a blast thing. What is it called?
Technical difficulties.
Oh god. That's just rude. That's just rude. And the Meepo is just overwhelmingly nasty. We just can't handle him. Right. You just spend so much time farming up. Though that's a farming simulator, man. It just is. It just is. Top tower now being under attack and it's so much damage. Look at this. It's just a dead barracks and Mski, they're just sitting in the back. But they have no way of fighting into this, right? Chronosphere coming out. Oh, sea! Burned into nothingness. The Nature's Prophet also gonna be turned into a little piece of coal and extinct. Uses the Glimmer Cape to maybe sneak out of there. But it doesn't matter because Different Heaven, he just had enough. He just had enough. He's just gonna finish this. X Nova jumps in, but he's just gonna be murdered. Not even killed, and that's the GG. Well, that escalated very quickly. Really quickly. Wow. They get a kill, but that's still it. Meepo, completely overwhelming the opposition. But yeah, that's what happens, right? Like, you can't let a hero like that farm. Can't let a hero like that farm. Or if you're gonna let him farm, at least farm yourself, right? And of course, buy a BKB, please. I mean, the Basher did literally nothing. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a rating on the video. And I hope to see all of you tomorrow. Goodbye.